Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Target!
Free Shavakadu!
What y'all get for number 12?
I got 18.
I got 9.5.
I got Abraham Lincoln.
There is only one thing worse than a rapist. Boom. A child. No.
Joey, did you eat my sandwich?
I am your sandwich.
Good mythical morning!
Karina!
Shut up!
I'm currently eating sushi. It's very yummy. No.
I guess I'm just too tough to cry.
Oh, hi. Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Internet Exposition. First things I want to do is I want to kind of apologize for yesterday. I planned on not doing a podcast yesterday because it was Memorial Day. And but I forgot to mention that on Friday that I was planning on skipping yesterday. So if for anybody that was expecting an episode to be posted yesterday and there wasn't one, I do apologize for that. Like I said, that was a planned thing. I just forgot to mention that. So, but anyway, we're back on schedule again today. So first thing we want to start with is rate your selfie. So we got one here by Ricardo. This one looks really good. I like this staircase thing behind him. Looks really good. I like that vest he's wearing. It looks really cool. I would rate this one a good solid 8 out of 10. This next one, I cannot pronounce his name. It's Lipybo. I like the background and stuff. I'm not sure if he did this on purpose, but he's chopping off almost the entire, half of his body almost in the selfie. I'm assuming that he did that on purpose because maybe he wanted to capture the background, but it's a little hard to tell by the way he did it, so I'll have to give it a 7 out of 10, but it's still good, though. This last one is from Cadis, may be butchering that really bad. This one looks really good. Background works really well with what she's wearing because she's wearing a lot of colors and stuff. She's got a white background. Works really well. In the description below, it says 60s vibes. And, it definitely looks like that because she's wearing a dress that looks like something straight out of the 60s or 70s. So it looks like something that a character on Scooby-Doo would have worn or something. But it still looks really good. I'd give it a solid 9 out of 10. So in today's news, we have Alam40 suspended from Twitch, BR6 participation uncertain. I think he's an esports player who plays, obviously through Twitch. Team 1, budding star Carl Alim40, Zerth has been identified suspended from Twitch due to multiple DMCA strikes on his account, according to Alam40 on Twitter. The suspension could end up jeopardizing Alam40's participation in BR6, which is set to begin June 19th, according to Liquipedia. In a similar incident previously, a Twitch ban stopped a streamer appear on R6, meaning Rainbow Six, broadcast because of an ongoing ban. According to the Twitch community guidelines, in addition, it is prohibited to use your channel to knowingly feature or advertise a suspended user. Did not know that, actually. We understand that there may be instances where suspended users may appear on your stream due to circumstances beyond your control, such as through third-party gaming tournaments, but we expected that you make a good faith effort to remove them from your broadcasts, mute them, or otherwise limit their interactions in your streams. In Rainbow Six Siege, participation in regular league seasons and placements at Major can return SI points, which are the only way to qualify your 6 interventional. Missing a star player for a stage or more could be crippling to any hopes of Repeat the Invite to SI, slated to begin February 2022. Wow. And this is what Twitch, I think they posted this on, I don't know if this was a Twitter post or if they just posted this on their page, but this shows their guidelines. It says your account indefinitely, or this might have been the email he got, indefinitely suspended due to repeated digital Millennium Copyrighted Act Twitch DMCA guidelines strikes. These were issued based on notifications of copyright infringement from third-party rights holders. If you have the rights to this content, or if you have a good faith belief that the material was removed or disabled as a result of the mistake or misidentification of the material to be removed or dispelled, I have no idea what that word is. Please submit your DMCA counterclaim notification. Read our DMCA guidelines, Twitch DMCA guidelines for more information. So that's essentially what happened. Yeah, they, I guess he was, letting someone, he was mentioning, I guess, someone in his streams that was banned, and that's against their terms. So did not know that, actually. And so that's all for today's news. It's time now for the most fantastic memes on the internet. They're fantastic memes, so fantastic. They're meme-tastic. So here on Memetastic, I think we got some pretty good ones. Someone was sending out a text. They sent a picture of, looks like Steve as a dolphin on Minecraft, and it says, "Consider this a freaking warning." And then they texted again. Oh, it said, "Oops, sorry, wrong person." And then the person texts back like, "Who was the right person?" Like, who the heck was the right person? I don't know if he ever gets an answer. The next one says his me building a super secret base in Minecraft, even though I have no friends to play with. Yeah, like you're going all out on this base, but yeah, you're gonna be the only one in there. And this one says how I stretched a 5-minute story into 9 freaking years. Rockstar. Yeah, they definitely have been milking Grand Theft Auto 5 for like forever now. A lot of people actually think Grand Theft Auto 5 is a 9th generation console game. It's not. It's a a lot of people even think it's an 8th generation console game. Excuse me, I didn't mean to say we're in the 9th generation. A lot of people think it's an 8th generation console game. It's actually not. It's a 7th generation. It came out during the 7th generation, but a lot of people think it's an 8th generation console game. They're like, "Oh, this is one of the best ones." I'm like, that's not an 8th generation game. That's a 7th generation game. They just carried over into the 8th generation. This next meme says, "Gay people, straight people, and homophobes all unite together. Hate Pride Month marketing." Yeah, I don't dislike Pride Month marketing. It doesn't bother me, but it can get a little annoying, I will admit, especially when you get on like Instagram a lot, and if you follow a lot of companies and stuff. There's like tons of companies that go like all out, and they have to post, and they can't just post one or just change their logo with a rainbow in it. They have to post multiple times and say like, "Oh, blah blah blah," and it just, I think, it may feel a little pandering sometimes, and so I don't know. That's just my opinion, but overall, it really doesn't bother me. It's just I think companies go a little far with it. It's all business strategy anyway. It's not like they actually care. Not to sound negative or anything, but just being honest. Says top 3 most lethal cancers in the entire world. Number 1, lung cancer. Number 2, colon cancer. And then number 3, Twitter. Yeah, there's people get all out fights on Twitter. Especially if you talk about touchy subjects. This next one says, "Do men look at their wives' face during sex?" This person replied, this is on Twitter, by the way. This person replied and said, "I did once, and she looked very angry, but she was looking from the window." That's the last one. YouTuber birthdays we got today. It is Holly Cake. I think I'm pronouncing it. Could be Haley. She's 15 today. She's an American kid YouTube vlogger, chef, and internet personality that has been filming cooking shows, craft projects, and vlogs since November 2013. So happy birthday to Haley Cake. It's an interesting username. Thy Edgar, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. He's turning 17 today. He is a American YouTuber, primarily uploads Roblox gameplay videos and meme videos. He is known for his comedic style, so happy birthday to him. It is Technoblade's birthday today, turning 21. He's an American gaming YouTuber known for his Minecraft content and collaborations with other YouTubers and Twitch streamers. So happy birthday to him. It is Mari. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I could be butchering that. She's a YouTuber that does music videos. She mainly does dubbing of English songs in a variety of languages. The languages she dubs include Spanish, which are two of the official languages of her country. So happy birthday. It is I don't know if I know how to pronounce this. It's Key Web Bell Cop. I probably butchered that beyond belief. Turning 26 today. He's a Dutch YouTuber known for his gaming videos. Probably a reason why I can't pronounce his name. It is Beer Biceps' birthday today, turning 27. He's an Indian YouTuber known for his podcast show, The Ranver Show. Cool. So he has a second channel by the name where he posts videos in Hindi. The third one named the Ranveer Show clips, where he posts bloopers of the podcast. So nice. It is Grande's birthday today, turning 27. He's a YouTuber originally known for his mashups and remixes confronted around Lazy Town, most commonly the song called We Are Number One, Minecraft, Crash Bandicoot, and other YouTubers' popular memes. It is Uber Haxfer Nova. I probably butchered that. He's turning 31 today. As an American YouTuber, commentator, gamer, comedian, and short film award finalist. So happy birthday to him. It is, if I can pronounce this name, a lot of strange names today for birthdays. I don't even know if I can pronounce this. It's Nizzotch. Nizosh. I'm not sure. Turning 42 today. He's a he's a YouTube content creator and creator of best-selling video game. Oh, creator of the best-selling video game Minecraft. Oh, okay, so he helped make Minecraft. I was so confused there for a second. I'll wake up in a second. I'm kind of half asleep while I'm doing this podcast, can you tell? It is the Fat Rat's birthday today, turning 42. He's a German YouTube DJ, record producer, musician who makes dance and electronic music. Most of his music is available for free on SoundCloud. Nice. It is Charles, or Link, from Good Mythical Morning, or one half of Rhett and Link. He's an American daytime comedy variety talk show host of Rhett James. I never could really pronounce Rhett's last name. Like, how do you pronounce his last name? Is it McLaughlin? I'm not sure how you pronounce his last name. They never say it very often because they're just known as Rhett and Link most of the time. And of course, Link's full name is Charles Lincoln Neal the Third, because he's his dad's name and his granddad's name was that too. He's turning 43 today. posting over 1,000 videos. Its main focus on somewhat particular lives of the host, as well as episodes that talk about making of their main channel videos. The show first aired on YouTube in January 9th, 2012, and continues to be uploaded every weekday of January 2021. The show has 19 seasons. Yeah, they're on season 19. Getting ready to start 20 here soon, so which will be fun. It actually, the funny thing, it just mentions Good Mythical Morning mostly. It doesn't even mention their main channel. Well, I guess what used to be their main channel. Because Good Mythical Morning actually used to be their secondary channel, and then their main channel was the one they did mostly songs and stuff like that on there. But over the years, that's kind of changed a little bit. They mostly focus on Good Mythical Morning now. So I guess some people don't even know about their main channel now. So it is Paul Sir Jr.'s birthday today, turning 55. He is a YouTuber. He's known for his survival skills in his series How to Survive and Thrive, which teaches new players how to play Minecraft. Paul also has the distinction of having uploaded the oldest Minecraft Let's Play on YouTube, even though he's known for Minecraft. He has done Let's Plays on other games. He is a PC gamer such as Skyrim, DayZ, or Myst. So happy birthday to him. That is it for the birthdays. So now, video sharing catch up. So one channel I wanted to hear on video sharing catch up, I wanted to talk about the Jaboody Dubs channel. Very interesting channel, kind of a unique channel too. There's not really any channel out there on YouTube quite like theirs. It's ran by 3 guys. I do not remember any other names, so I could probably look them up, but I'm too lazy to do that, let's be honest. They started out doing dubs of just random stuff. They had like a Barney dub they did, where they just if you don't know what a dub is, I mean, it's pretty explanatory. But they basically what you do is you take a video and then you remove all the audio from it, and then you put your own audio over it. Like you might add some music, and then you do some voiceovers for the person. So that's essentially what they do. They started, like I said, with a Barney exercise dub, and the channel started about 12, 13 years ago, so it's a decently old channel. And then they started doing Billy Mays back when Billy Mays was still alive, and they started mostly doing a lot of infomercials. They did some stuff from like movies and stuff. They'd take movie clips and stuff like that and dub over those. Mostly infomercials, though. A lot of people thought those were pretty funny when they did infomercials. And so plus I think it's a little easier to get away with doing infomercials. Because now it's a little trickier to get away with doing like movie clips and TV show clips and stuff. They still do them occasionally, but mostly I think they just stick to infomercials now. But yeah, they started out there, and they mostly were known for, I think today they're mostly known for their Kathy Mitchell dubs, where they dub over Kathy Mitchell's infomercials. Some of their most popular ones by her is like the Dumb Cake ones. They dub over a lot of those.
Mom, do you love me?
What? No.
Hey, wanna try some of my big fat dumps? Fuck measuring cups. I dumped out all of these desserts in a minute. First you take a dump, then you bake it, then you plop it on a scoop of ice cream. Peaches come in a bag now, but you didn't know that. But I'm gonna take a big old dump on top, then we could pour a little generic Canada Dry shit on there. Now it may not look that appetizing, but you just gotta dress it up. A hot dump coming through. Yep. Oh, back for more, huh? Yeah, I bet you wanna try some of this dark dump. I'm gonna show you how to make it. Oh shit, it's already done. I'm just gonna sprinkle some kisses, some marshmallows in there, and a little bucket of Oreos. I burnt the marshmallows a little bit, but don't tell nobody about that. Alright, now over here I squeezed out about 5 bottles of maple syrup, and I put some peanut shells on top. Then I dumped 3 soft hockey pucks in there, flipped it upside down. Yep, woof, it smells like maple syrup. You ever take a dump in a mug, just drop in a pineapple, sprinkle that dump dust, flip that shit upside down, put the cream on top, let it melt. I used to shake and bake all the time, but it feels better just to take a dump, you know? Think of all the dumps you could be taking if it wasn't for those kids. Step your dump game up today for just $10. I'm talking 5-store desserts. But wait! I'm gonna throw in dumps for dinners. That's right. If you could dump a cake, then you could dump a deep dish pizza, no problem. I like mine with a lot of cheese. Now that's deep. I wore an extra tight bra so my titties don't plop into the pan again. All right, let's grab a box of pasta and dump a can of Prego, because we're making babies tonight.
First thing I do when I get home is I take a big dump, and it's really sticky and gooey.
Buy my dumps today. I know you got $10. Ooh, that dump ain't sitting right. I think I'm gonna.
And a lot of people find those really funny. Those are probably my favorite by Jaboody Dubs, is the Kathy Mitchell ones, because I watch a lot of Kathy Mitchell infomercials, and so it's funny for me to really see those. The other ones are really funny too. Like I said, I enjoy like some of the ones that they've done with other infomercials as well, and they're really funny as well. Plus their movies and TV shows are funny too. But the Kathy Mitchell ones are especially funny to me because for two reasons. One, because like I said, I've seen a lot of Kathy Mitchell infomercials, and so it's funny for me to see a kind of a parody of it. And two, I don't know which one does the voice for Kathy Mitchell, but they do like a really hilarious voice, and it's just so funny to hear. I can't even mimic it. It's like, hey, it's your girl Kathy. Like, I can't do it, but like he has like a raspiness like he adds to it, and it's like hilarious. He literally sounds like someone's grandma or something, which you would imagine. If you didn't know Kathy Mitchell's actual voice, you would probably imagine that that's the way it would sound. And but some other good ones is My Pillow dub. That one's hilarious, where he kind of makes fun of the guy that sells those My Pillows, and because he's a Christian, but he sells a lot of products and stuff, and so he kind of picks on that a little bit. It's like saying that God told him to make this pillow because people were, having issues with their pillows and stuff. It's like, I was sleeping on this pillow, and then, it's like, dang near broke my neck. So throw that out. Yeah, I don't know. You'd have to hear it or see it for it to be funny. But it's hilarious. Like I said, I love the Kathy Mitchell ones. But interestingly enough, even though they're actually known pretty well for the Kathy Mitchell ones, that's actually not really their most popular ones, actually. Their most popular ones are actually the more of these. The Sticky Putty dub is the most watched video. Mighty Putty dub is their second most watched one. And then their Slap Chop, where the Sham, originally known as the ShamWow guy. Slap Chop dub is really well up there with 11 million views. And then the Banoodle dub is quite up there with 10 million. And then the Push Over dub, Plunge dub, which 9.5. And see, this is like the first 5 or 6 of them, and you still haven't even gotten to the Kathy Mitchell ones yet. So, like I said, I think she's like the eighth or ninth down the line there with 7.3 million, which is still a lot of views, but it's just like, it kind of surprises me a little bit when I come through their channel and I see that she's actually not one of the more viewed ones. As opposed to you might think, like I said, because when you watch them, it's like that's just kind of what you think of when you think of Jaboody Dubs. Even when I'm watching like the Jaboody show, like on Twitch or something, a lot of people will mention the Kathy Mitchell dubs that they do on there. They'll be sitting there like, quoting like stuff that she says, in the videos and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a lot of really great videos by Jaboody Dubs, and so definitely, if you ever get a chance I'll put a link in the description of the podcast, but if you get a chance to check his channel out, and especially do the Kathy Mitchell ones. They're probably the funniest, but check out a lot of the other ones too, because they're really funny as well. I think I first discovered their channel through the first video I discovered, I think, was their the Steve Harvey and Kathy Mitchell Dump Meals dub.
Just one more thing with me, Steve Harvey. Now, when it comes to the world of cooking infomercials, I got the baddest bitch doing it to this day. She on TV all the time. She one of my favorite people. Y'all don't understand. I need every single one of y'all in the building. Put your big fat hands together. She wrote the book on how to take a dump. Kathy Mitchell, ladies and gentlemen. Now go on, girl. I need you to take a dump right now. Show everyone at home what you cooking with.
Now, Steve, you know your girl stays strapped at the crock pot, but you know what? I figured there's so many things I can make. I got the dang chicken nuggies and mac and cheese bomb, but what would you like me to make, Steve? What's your favorite meal?
Pussy sound good. I'd go for some pussy, yeah.
Now, come on, Steve. We all know you couldn't afford it, but check this out. I'll do you one better, okay? So Papa John was always running his mouth saying his pizza's better than mine, so I baked a microphone into a dump cake, recorded his PR meeting, and exposed his dumb ass, so now he's fucked. You know, it's just like these pieces of dough here, Steve. All these fucking haters keep coming at me, but I just cut them all off with their dumb asses. Don't step up to the plate unless you're trying to get dumped on.
Damn, I didn't know you was gangster.
I ain't playing around.
Ooh.
Come on, Steve, you wild. Okay, now this next part is very important, okay? If you do this wrong, you could blow up the house.
Foil is combustible, so be careful.
That's the truth right there. You ain't lying, Steve. Time to throw on a big old handful of cheese.
They ain't ready, Kathy.
I'm just getting started. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna Lego with a bucket of Prego. Just let it drip, drip, drip.
Damn, girl, that's too much sauce.
Yeah, but I don't see you trying to stop me, Steve. Okay, now check this out. I got a vegetable medley here. I'm gonna throw in some pineapple, some peppers, some olives, and extra mushrooms.
Now, hold on, Kathy. Why you gotta throw all that in there? I'm afraid of mushrooms. They're a fungus.
Oh, you got it all wrong, Steve. These are the fun kind of mushrooms.
Kathy, we ain't hardly got no meat up in there. I'm about to unzip my pants right now and put my sausage in there.
Just for that one, I'm gonna have to add more cheese on top. Now it's looking real cheesy, just like your comedy.
Oh, come on now, Kathy.
What you gonna do with your black Dr. Phil looking ass?
You crossing the line.
Now, why you gonna act surprised, Steve? You know I was gonna keep it real. You gonna have me on the show. I'm wilding out like I'm supposed to. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna calm your ass down. I'm gonna put a nice big dump on your plate.
Okay.
You're all upset.
Okay, yeah.
Here, let me get you.
Where they do his segment of the show where it's just one more thing on the Steve Harvey show. And excuse me. And I believe, if I remember correctly, I believe that was the first video I ever saw by them. And it is really funny. They did it, like I said, they did their standard Kathy Mitchell voice, and then the stuff they said about the way they did Steve Harvey's betrayal was hilarious too. It was funny. And there's parts where she's making a pizza like in a crock pot, and Steve Harvey just has that look on his face, and this is like something that actually goes on in the real show too. He has that look on his face like, "What the heck are you doing, Kathy?" And so they kind of pick on that a little bit in the dub, where he just has that look on his face like, it's just like, why do you have to put all that in there? It's like, oh no, you got it all wrong. This is the fun kind of mushroom. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's how I got introduced to them. Pretty much started watching them ever since. That was about 2 years ago, I believe. Back in like 2019 or something like that. I just saw this video up there, and I watched it and thought it was pretty funny, so I kept watching some of their content, but like I said, especially the Kathy Mitchell stuff. But then I started watching other stuff too, and just thought it was really enjoyable. But yeah, if you ever get a chance to, definitely check the channel out. It's really funny. So yeah, so that's it for video sharing catch up, and let's move on to one of my favorite segments of the show. This is the part of the podcast where we talk about YouTube commenters, the meanest people in the entire world. They slither out of their bitter graves to come and attack on YouTubers when YouTube commenters attack. Here on YouTube Commenters Attack, we got this one says, there is no demon more frightening than one where we keep buried and only see out of the corner of our reflections. And someone replied and said, piss fart. Yeah. This is from the somebody that I used to know video, what is that called? Music video, yeah. I'll get it right in a minute. Someone replied and said, my girlfriend says she didn't like this song. Now she's just somebody that I used to know. Yeah. Such a lame post. This is a video on YouTube where some guy, I'm not sure if he was trying to get something out of the tiger's mouth or if he was just trying to see something. Like maybe he's a dentist. I don't know. I'm not sure what the video is. But he's opening up the side of a tiger's mouth and for some reason, and then it's just like, wow. And someone replied and said, this guy buys 3 plane tickets, 1 for him and 2 more for his balls. Like, yeah, it takes some bravery to do something like that. I couldn't do that. I would be like scared out of my freaking mind. I couldn't even be in the same cage with a tiger, let alone go up to it and start trying to open up its mouth. This one says, my son stuck a snail in his nose when he was 2. We took him to the hospital and they used pharmaceutical cocaine to shrink his sinuses, and then the doctor blew it out. We took him home and he rode his rocking chair horse for like 2 hours nonstop. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I want to briefly mention that I did, if you're one of those people that listen through Google, and you might notice by the time you catch this episode, if you get a delay on it, the reason why that is because I switched podcast host. I used to use Podbean, and then I discovered Anchor, which is owned by Spotify. And I just started looking into different podcast hosts, and I liked the way they kind of did things on here a little bit better than Podbean did. And so I decided to just give them a try and see if I liked them. And turned out I really did. So, and you may also notice that I changed my logo or my picture for the podcast. I changed it to it's like a raptor busting out of the wall there, and it's holding a radio and a like a microphone, for as a representative recording. I also put some logos on the bottom to give people a little bit more of an idea what the show is about. I think through the description it explains it pretty well. Like it says, it says my name, and then it says the show is about YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, esports. I'm going to explain that here in just a second, and so much more. So join me on my daily show. So I tried to put some of those on there. I got like the Counter-Strike Global logo there, and Instagram, and then TikTok and YouTube and Twitch there. And so I feel like without someone having, because not everyone is going to go through and read all the descriptions and the titles and everything. Sometimes people are just casually scanning through. So I think that'll make it just a little bit easier to kind of maybe get a little bit of a representation what the show is about. Plus, I think the new logo is a little bit more eye-catching than the other one I was using. Because the first one, I liked it, but I thought it looked kind of bland. And so I made the second one, the yellow one, to make it look more modern, but it still just looked kind of bland. But I did like it better because it had more of a modern look to it. And then I came up with the concept of this one because I was at work and I was kind of doodling on a piece of paper, and I doodled like it was supposed to be a dinosaur coming out, but it kind of looked more like a crocodile. And so when I drew it, though, I looked at it and I was like, that'd be a good logo for like the podcast. I was just like, that'd be a cool kind of idea. And so because I just, like I said, the raptor's really just there to be eye-catching, and then and then like I said, then I got the logos on the bottom to kind of explain a little bit more what the show is about. So I just think it's a little bit easier when someone's casually scanning through like their podcast app or something, or maybe they came through it on the internet or something, they clicked on it and they were like, what's this? And then that way they can look and immediately we'll see like the logos there, like, oh, what's this all about? And so then they might catch them to want to read the description or push play a little bit easier than what they had been doing. The podcast is continuing to grow. I'm almost up to 200 views now, which is pretty good for me, considering I literally just started the second month of this podcast. Just started this podcast a month ago, not even quite a month ago, actually, because it was on the May the 4th or May the 3rd. And I haven't even hit the 3rd yet. So in 2 more days, it'll be my, kind of my 30-day anniversary there. And so I haven't even quite hit another month yet, and I've already am pushing 200 views. So it's definitely doing a lot better than I thought it would do this quickly. So I thought it was going to be several months before I got anywhere close to these kind of listeners and stuff. And so yeah, so just wanted to explain a little bit my new logo and kind of explain a little bit on the why there's such a delay on Google. For some reason, when I switched everything over, everything switched pretty quickly, except Google, it seems to be having a little bit of, did you hear that in the background? Someone drove by really fast. Google seems to be having a little bit of struggle. I don't know if it's the podcast app or if it's Google themselves, but there's some kind of struggle there where it's taking a while to get it on there. And so it'll be on there. It's just taking some time. So hopefully by the end of today, or maybe even hopefully tomorrow. But whenever it gets on there, it'll be on there. And then so there's going to be a little bit delay there. And I think that's the most popular place that people watch my podcast from, which I don't blame them. I listen to all my podcasts through Google as well. Google Podcasts is my favorite place to listen to. I also use iHeartRadio, but Google Podcasts is my favorite. But anyway, that's pretty much it for that. I want to explain really quickly, if you did read the description or you saw the logo where it has Counter-Strike Global on there and you saw the description about esports, I've never talked about esports on this channel. Now, I mentioned a news article today, but typically I do not talk about esports on this channel. But I'm working on a new segment for the show, and it's going to be about esports. It probably won't be available this week, but probably the beginning of next week, there's going to be a new section of the show, and it's going to just be an esports section. I'm not going to go into too many details on what's kind of going on. It's just going to kind of give you, it's going to be kind of like a headline, I guess you could say, where I'm just going to kind of graze across across the board of what's going on with some of my favorite esports on there. Mostly we'll talk about Counter-Strike Global, but I also do watch, Rocket League and things like that. I'm not too big into Valorant or, League of Legends or anything like that, but I may talk about them some, but mostly we'll talk about Counter-Strike and Rocket League when there's tournaments going on. So that's a section that is coming, so that's the reason for the logo there and everything like that. So just wanted to explain that real quickly. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I am Kevin Emery. This is Internet Exposition, and I'm out.